Okay, here we are. We're previewing a small selection of the art that we have for our Easter April the 16th sale. So we're going to start off with this. This is a very large abstract. I think it's called a pigment on canvas, and it's called Blue Upflow. This painting was executed in 2011, and it's by a South African artist called Conor McCready. Moving right along to this painting is really super duper. This came from a Mount Kisco estate. This painting is by Alice Frank, and the title of it is Hondo from the Penasco. Go figure that one. Signed low right, nice oil and canvas, came from a Mount Kisco estate. It's one of the ones, my favorites on sale. We have a lot of illustrations there. A lot of it was bought at Illustration House in the 90s. Came from the father of the consignor, purchased them in the 90s from a Larchmont estate. And this one here is by an artist called Frank Riley. Done in 1945, I believe it was purchased at Illustration House in 1999. Up here, I mean, this is extremely rare. This is a needle pointer, little tapestry. It's done for Black & Decker advertisement. Black & Decker are watching. We did email them hoping they might want it for their library. Below here, this is one of three, which is originally a set of 6, but we have 3. It's from the Conquest of the Cosmos series by Salvador Dali. Atop this, once again from the same estate in Larchmont, As You Like It Americana illustration. The man there holding the tank and the American flag. The colors are wonderful. This is a great piece. Hopefully it does well. Moving to the right of this, actually it came from the same home as well. This is called a sassafras oil, nicely framed in the burl frame. Below that, the second of the 3 we have of the Salvador Dalis. Atop over here, this up here is a collaboration of artists. I got to take this one down because there's some very interesting labels on the back of it. It's hard to see up there. This is just another illustration. I'm going to read you show you some of the labels on the back. Mural Art, the New Deal exhibition there from the Squibb Gallery. Then the Janet Marquis Fine Art Midtown Galleries and the Wichita Art Museum. So good provenance with that painting there. You're welcome to come in and see it anytime you can. And this one here, this print here just recently came in by Rosenquist. It's in really great condition, 1986. Beautifully framed, a beautiful package. That just came in last week, actually. Okay, we're going to move over here, show you some more of the illustrations we have in the sale. But first we'll start with this. This is Alphonse Mucha. Very large poster. It's in a wonderful frame. Very large size. I'll stand over next to it so as you get an idea. Okay, over here we have an etching by George Brack on top. To the left of that on top, one of 2 sort of Parisian oil on canvases we have by an artist called Charles Vignon. Right here, this small little one is one of, I believe, 3 little 18th century watercolors. Below that, one of 2 illustrations on canvas. This is by William Hardin Foster. We'll swing over to this one here. This was on the cover of a magazine, The Arts, the National Sportsman cover in 1924. So good provenance of this one, once again from that estate. Up on top here, a wonderful illustration by an artist called Harvey Thomas Dunn. The title, and this is The Fame That Cuts Through the Sea and Steel. It was done in 1945. It was actually presented to H.L. Ingram, the inventor of the torch. So really great provenance on that one. This sold, I believe, in Illustration House in the 90s as well. I'm going to move right along the last one in the front room here. This is by Bernhard Pothast. Nice oil and canvas, the children at the window there reading. Nice family scene. So now we're going to swing into the main room. Okay, here we are in the main room. We're just going to go through a few of these and we'll skim along so you can get an idea of size and scale of the paintings. We'll hit on a few because my poor Irish memory won't remember them all. So anyway, up here, this is by an artist I believe called Jean-Claude Gaugy, or G-A-U-G-Y, French. Atop this, a Mexican artist called Chucho Reyes. Asian artist called Wang. It's not good, it could be a few artists by that name. We have this pencil sign Hockney poster There's a very nice Leroy Neiman, little sort of, I would call it an ink and pen up there. Atop here, this poster came from where all the illustrations came from. It's supposed to be pretty rare, that poster. Keep it under your Stetsons, though, about that it's here. Below this is one of my favorites in sale. This is a drawing. Just look at the quality and the detail on that drawing. This is by an artist called Leidenfrost. I mean, look at the cars, all the guys. Just wonderful, wonderful. The planes, everything, all the bells and whistles in it. Here's another Standard Oil Company advertisement to the right of that. For all you illustration people, and that is a good sale to be at. And up on top, this is by an artist called Okamoto. I believe Jerry Okamoto. Large, it does come in sections, so, but anyone who's thinking of buying this, make sure you check out the shipping size for it. Okay, we're going to swing along, just keep an eye, this painting's up on top. These two here are very interesting, by female artists, sort of sculptural paintings. This top one, I believe, is called The Billboard, and it's by an artist called Jacqueline Fogel. This was done in 1965. All the staff love this one. Look at this. It's just wonderful. Below here, two good-looking children here. It's actually titled Two Children. This is by an artist called Christina Bothwell. Beautiful detail in the back, the etching of the drawing on the wood, the detail. Nice on the frame. I'm sure the kids would love to have that in the room. Atop that, one of two Peter Lick, Australian artist photographs. As we're skimming along, another Salvador Dali I see up there. Below it, here we have one of two Paul Jenkins. As you go along here, that oil and canvas ship scene up there. This ship scene in the middle here. That's by an artist, I believe, called Arthur Woeful. Below it, we have an oil and canvas by an artist called Monty. And it's moved pretty quick now, a lot of genre paintings. This is a nice little Orientalist painting. I forget who did this, but it's a nice sized little Orientalist. Here by an artist called Rothmore, the guy whose father had the illustrations, was a friend of this artist. And on top of that, we have a French scene. Over here, we got Piranesi prints. This sort of abstract looking nude, slightly sort of has a Levier feel to this, by an artist called Senan Ubina, oil and canvas. Very nice, we have two of those actually. Then we have a Miro print, nicely framed package up there ready to go on the wall. And we have another African American artist this size, good large size. This is by an artist with my same surname, done in 1980. The artist's name is Leroy Clarke, Clarke with the knee. Erte prints we have, pencil signed. This is really beautiful. Look at just the smoothness of this on board, lacquered on board. It's an artist called Quan Din. Came from a Rai home. We've had more by this artist before, and they've done extremely well. The last of the Salvador Dali up there. We have, there's a good looking girl there in that little frilly hat. Military portrait on top. We've got more portraits here. This artist here is a Israeli artist, Tully Filmus here. It's nice oil and canvas. I really love this little painting here. I've forgotten who it's by, but it's a female artist. Reminds me of an artist called Jack B. Yates in Ireland. Clarke NY for the title on that, lot number 19. Up here, now we have two Indian paintings here. This painting here is attributed to an artist, I'm going to try and get into his name, is Matsudumdar. It's all worn, it's all in pretty rough shape on the bottom. The top is pretty good. This came from the basement of a home that had to by this artist, so that's hence we got the attribution for it. And here, this is by an artist called Van Ruth, different estate, but really, really beautiful little painting, little monogram down on the lower left. Once again, Indian English artist. Okay, we seem to be getting there. Just glance up, we've got nudes here. We've got Charles Levier, we've got more Leonardo Nierman. Lots and lots of stuff down here. Moving right along, cast your eye on them. We have this is sort of a mixed media. It's by an artist called Arno Elias, or Elias Arno. It's nice, it's in sort of a shadow box frame. It's all painted here, collage, mixed media, good big size, ready to go in the house. Up there, another Peter Lick to finish the preview off. We're looking forward to seeing you Sunday the 16th. Sale starts at 10 a.m. Previews Thursday, Friday and Saturday from noon to 6 beforehand. I'm going to do a small preview of some Angel Botello paintings and bronzes I have after this. So keep tuned for our May sale. Thank you.